Hi everyone, hope you are fine. In last class I discussed about timers in MSP 430, whereas timers that are available in MSP 430 and also about basic timer 1. In this class I am going to deal about timer A. And coming to timer A is a 16-bit timer or counter with 4 operating modes. Remember here timer A is a 16-bit timer or counter. It is a 16-bit timer you are using here. And how many operating modes are there? 4 operating modes. These 4 operating modes are main operating modes. Apart from 4 main operating modes, we are also having output modes. Output modes are discussed later. Here we will discuss first about 4 operating modes. And based on these 4 operating modes, main operating modes, the output modes are derived. Then coming to next point, the timer A supports multiple capture or compare registers. It will support up to 5 CC registers. Here CC indicates capture and compare registers. See here 5 capture and compare registers. In timer A you are having different timer modules like A0, A1, A2 up to so on. A0 contains 5 CC, A1 contains 3 CC and so on. But in highest the timer A will contain up to 5 CC registers, 5 capture and compare registers. And timer A also has interrupt capabilities. It will generate interrupts at fixed events or at particular count value. And timer A also supports selectable and configurable clock sources. You can give 4 clock sources to timer A and you can configure your clock source with the help of the clock source control register or timer control register. Next, PWM capability. This is the important feature of timer A. PWM. PWM means pulse width modulation signal generation capability. You can generate pulse width modulation signals with the help of timer. Later in this class, we see how to generate PWM signals using timer. And coming to the block diagram of the timer, this is a block diagram of your timer A. It will contain 16-bit timer register, TAR. See here. Before that, one thing to remember, you can divide your entire timer block diagram into 2 parts. The first part, this is your first part. Your first part is a timer block, and the second part, this one is a capture and compare block. He is giving only one capture and compare block here. It may contain several capture and compare blocks which are similar as this one only. And coming to the timer block includes TAR, timer A register. Timer A register is one which holds the incrementing value of your counter present in the timer. Actually, one 16-bit counter is present in the timer here. Depending upon the clock pulse, this count value will increase. And the present count value will appear in TAR register. TAR means timer A register. Timer A register is one which holds the present count value of 16-bit counter. And this counting period is depending on the timer clock coming from this divider block. See here what is happening. Total there are 4 clocks or 4 selectable clocks which can be given to the timer. The first one is TA clock, timer A clock. Second one A clock, auxiliary clock. Third one SM clock, subsystem master clock. Fourth one IN clock, timer in clock. Of these 4 clocks, this A clock and SM clock are internal clocks given internally. This TA clock and IN clock, input clock. These 2 clocks are external clocks given from the external sources. See here this bubble indicates these 2 are external clocks coming from the external devices. And you can select any one of the 4 clocks using this timer A clock source selection bits. Timer A TASSELX means timer A clock source selection. From this multiplexer, with the help of TA clock source selection bits, you can select any one of the clock sources. After selecting the clock source, this clock source is given to the divider. Here, with the help of the divider bits, you can scale your frequency. Scaling your frequency means you can reduce your frequency. By reducing your frequency, you can increase your time period. So that here you can generate more time periods or more delays with the help of the divider values. The divider values are, it may be 1 or 2 or 4 or 8. You can pass the signal directly, or you can divide by 2, divide by 4 or divide by 8. And the divided clock frequency is given to counter present inside the timer. And the counting is done depending upon the mode control bits. As I said now, you are having total 4 operating modes in your timer. You can select any one of the 4 operating modes based on this mode control bits MCX. Depending upon that mode, your timer will begin, your counter will begin to count. And your timer is also having interrupt generation capability. It will generate interrupt at desired count, and it is indicated with the help of TAIFZ flag. TAIFZ means timer A interrupt flag. And next, coming to capture and compare block. This is an important register you want to know. TACCR1, timer A capture and compare register. See here, timer A capture and compare register. Now I will say how to generate delays with the help of timer and with the help of this timer A capture and compare register. See here, I said depending upon the clock pulse coming from timer A clock source selection, the counter will go on incrementing. That means the counter will increment from 0, 1, 2, 3 up to so on to some value. And in this compare register, timer A CCR1 capture and compare register is here now. In this compare register, you will load one predefined value so that when this counter reaches that value, what it will do? It will always compare the counting value with this compare value. When these two values become equal, the timer will automatically generate an interrupt, so that you can know that amount of delay is reached. Just see, for example, if you are storing the value 10 in TACCR capture and compare register, and you initialize the counter, for example, then what counter do? It will count the clock pulses and count will increment. First the count will become 0, next 1, next 2, and it will compare that counter value with 10. You already stored 10 present in TACCR1. It will go on incrementing 3, 4, 5, 6. When it reaches 10, the compare value here 10 equal to count value present in TAR. Then automatically interrupt will be generated. In this way, your counter register will interact with your compare register here. And this is called as an compare mode. In capture or compare channel, you are having capture mode or compare mode. And if you are comparing the value present in TACCR, it is called as a compare mode. Depending upon the compare value, the output modes are generated. Here the output modes are generated. Totally you are having 8 output modes. Those are discussed later. Remember, output modes are 8. And the main operating modes are 4. See here. Here see capture and compare now. We will see what is the difference between capture and compare. Capture means capturing an input, which means recording the time at which input changes. That means you are capturing the time when some particular event occurred. It is called as an capture. See once again. Capturing means recording the time at which the input changes. It will record the value present in TAR and save that value in TACCR register. In which mode? In capture mode. And coming to compare mode, in compare mode, the current value present in the counter, that is TAR, is compared with the value present in the TACCRX or R1. It is called as an compare. Compare is different from the capture. Simple thing. Remember one thing. Comparing means comparing the value present in TACCR1 and value present in TAR. That's all. Capturing means when input changes, store the value present in TAR into TACCR1. That is capturing. That's all. And CMX. This bits indicates your capture mode. When to capture? You have to capture the rising edge or falling edge or at level or something. This indicates your capture mode here. And these are the signals given for capture. The capture inputs. Capture input from A or B, or it may be ground, or it may be VCC or supply. Any one of the signal is selected with the help of the capture input selection bits. CC ISX. This is about your timer block diagram. And coming to the timer modes, I said no, you are having 4 main timer modes available. The first mode is a stop mode. This is your mode control bits, MCX. So if these bits are 0, 0, the mode is stop mode. If these bits are 0, 1, the mode is up mode. 1, 0 means continuous mode. 1, 1 means up or down mode. These are discussed here. And coming to description, in stop mode the timer is halted. That is, the timer will be in the stop state. And in up mode, the timer will count from 0 to value present in the or value stored in TACCR0. Timer A capture and compare register 0. You will predefinedly store one value in timer A capture and compare register 0. It will count from 0 to the value present in TACCR0. It is called as an up mode. Next, coming to continuous mode. In continuous mode, the timer counts from 0 to maximum value that can be held in 16-bit counter. The 16-bit counter can count up to maximum value FFFFH because 16 bits. If all the 16 bits are ones, then it indicates FFFFH in hexadecimal. So the maximum value that can hold is FFFFH. So in continuous mode, it will count from 0 to maximum value that can be held in the counter. And in up-down mode, it will do both up count and down count. That means it will count from 0 to value that is stored in TACCR0 and then it will back count. It will count back down to 0 from value present in the TACCR0. That is, the up count is done and again the back count is done here. See these waveforms, you will understand. The first one, coming to up mode, here, see here, your timer is counting from 0 to the value present in TACCR0. When it reaches the value present in TACCR0, again count will become 0. Again it will count to TACCR0. In this way, in up mode, it will count from 0 to value present in TACCR0. Next, coming to continuous mode, it will count from 0 to maximum value that can be held in the 16-bit counter, that is up to FFFFH. See, it will counting from 0 to maximum value FFFFH. And coming to up down mode, see here, it will count from 0 to value present in TACC or not. It is up count, and again it counts back down to 0, that is from TACC or not to 0, and again up and again down. In this way it will make count 2 times, up count and down count here. And these points are about capture and compare, are already discussed earlier. Capture means recording the time at which the input changes. The time is recorded in TACC or register. Comparing means comparing the value, current value present in TAR with the value stored in TACC or X. This is the difference between capture and compare. These two definitions indicates your difference between capture and compare. And see here, TAR means time array register, TACCR means time array capture and compare register. You have to remember these things. In the next class, we will discuss about output modes we are having and how to draw output modes depending upon the up mode, down mode and up down mode. Based on up mode, down mode and up down mode, how to draw your 8 output modes. Thank you.